Please select Training, Mission, or Explorer mode.
Come in, ISS. Mission Control here. Now that you know the layout of the station and how to move in space, you're ready to go to work. Proceed to the Destiny module. We'd like to explain the laboratory in more detail.
Here we are in the U.S. laboratory.
Destiny is the primary module for U.S. payloads. Most research is done. It supports a wide range of studies and accommodates 24 equipment racks for control of ISS systems and science experiments. Take a look around. See if you can find the exercise bike and the emergency medical table. One of the critical tools used in the Destiny module is called a glove box. Find it now. The glove box is a secure unit in which experiments can be done in a safe, quarantined environment. The ISS is due to receive new experiments to use in the glove box on a resupply mission arriving soon. You can also access a number of archival videos showing previous experiments. See what you can find. Mission Control to ISS. Please go to Node 3 for capsule docking. I say again, please go to Node 3 for capsule docking. Use your tablet to see where Node 3 is located. When When you have the map up, you'll be able to select any module by pointing and touching it with your right index finger, and you'll immediately go there. Whether you use your hand controls or select it on the tablet, proceed to Node 3. The name of Node 3 is Tranquility. This is where oxygen generation, carbon dioxide removal, and water recovery is done on the ISS. If you haven't found it already, look around for the cupola. Depending on how you're oriented, you can probably find it below you. Without gravity, you can rotate yourself and turn head over heels to make yourself upside down relative to the station. Press up on your right thumbstick to rotate until the cupola is over your head. Then move yourself up and inside. The cupola is every astronaut's favorite location on the ISS because it has such a fantastic view of the Earth. Take a moment to see what home looks like from 250 miles above the surface. This is also a great spot to watch approaching spacecraft. We have an unmanned resupply mission ready to dock at the station. You'll need to commence manual docking. Initiate the docking procedure from your tablet by tapping on your selection with your finger. Approach the controls and we'll guide you through the procedure. Now that you're at the controls, you'll see monitors showing the view from your external cameras. The joysticks in front of you will control the Remote Manipulator System, or RMS, which is the main robotic arm. The RMS is attached to a platform called the Mobile Base System, or MBS. The translational joystick can move straight in any direction, in and out, left and right, up and down. You should be able to see both the capsule and the capture port on 2 monitors. Try moving the joysticks and see how the robotic arm responds. Use the translational joystick on the left and the rotational joystick on the right to bring the arm into position. You should see the docking port highlighted on the capsule above you. Move the arm to capture position and lock onto the port. You're doing pretty well, considering you're also going 17,000 miles an hour upside down. Take your time, ISS. Now try again, and take it slowly this time. Be sure not to hit either the station or the capsule with the arm. Looks like you're... Airlock is confirmed. The next step is to move the capsule into position at the ISS hatch. The ship will latch onto the station automatically. Make sure you're aligned with the hatch on your remote view. That wasn't the prettiest dock we've ever seen, ISS. Why don't you let us handle the next one? And when you return, be sure to put in for some more training time at Johnson's VR lab. Now, take some time to explore the Kibo and Columbus modules. We'll call you in a bit.
This is Maris. Sometimes we call it the monster just because it's so big and it's actually pretty complicated to assemble. The purpose of Maris is to study muscles, and in particular muscle atrophy in space. And now it's of course all tucked away and sleeping in its rack. But during the Futura mission, I had the chance of actually assemble it and do some calibration. This is BioLab, the science lab here in Columbus, which is dedicated to life sciences. It has a built-in microscope, a centrifuge with 2 rotors in here. Over there, 2 temperature-controlled units where we can keep samples at a controlled temperature. And here, behind this cover, the glove box. Slide it out here. Basically, a glove box allows you to put your hands inside this volume, but using gloves that are built in, and that way you can manipulate samples that could be dangerous and should not come in contact with the atmosphere of the station. And I worked quite a lot on BioLab during the Futura mission as part of the experiment Tripolis. This is the GEM airlock, the airlock in the Japanese laboratory, and it's used to move stuff from inside the space station to outside the space station. Most of the time, it's small satellites that are grabbed by the Japanese robotic arm and deployed into their orbit. Sometimes it's experiments that need to be installed outside the station and then maybe in the future even brought back in and downloaded back to Earth. So how does it work? Let's say that I need to move something outside. So what I would do is, first of all, open this hatch. And then there is a slide table inside that slides out into the volume. So I would come here to this control panel, and from here I would be able to command the slide table to move into the actual jam cabin. Then I would have to install whatever it is that I need to move outside, for example, a small satellite, onto the slide table, and there are provisions to do that, dedicated interfaces. Then I would come back here, slide the table into the airlock, and close the hatch. And at that point, with a combination of commands from this panel and these rotary switches that command a number of valves, I would be able to depressurize the airlock, so completely remove all the air that is inside, make vacuum. Most of the air we are able to recuperate into the cabin with a pump to pump it back in. Some of the air, unfortunately, we do lose into outer space whenever we do a task, an operation like this one. Then I would come back here and open the outer hatch. And once the outer hatch is open, slide the table outside. And then from the ground, typically, they would command the robotic arm to come and grab this satellite, for example, for the deployment. Once that is done, the opposite thing. Slide the table back in, close the outer hatch, repressurize the airlock, and it's ready to go for the next operation.
Come in, ISS. We've received sign of capsule depressurization. We need you to conduct an emergency EVA to confirm capsule
help,
integrity.
of course, in the operation.
Proceed to Quest Airlock. Find the video link on one of the spacesuits and select it to get into your suit and begin EVA.
You might want to see what the helmet looks like. Pretty cool too, because we don't usually go out like this, so you usually can see when the helmet's open. So you can.
We need you to make your way to the capsule and check for signs of micrometeorite penetration. Grab on to the exterior handbars and follow the path to get to the capsule. Looking good, ISS. Continue to the capsule. If anything goes wrong with your tether, you'll float away. Always keep your hold on the station. All right. You'll need to make a pass all the way around the capsule. We'll confirm spacecraft integrity with your EMU camera. Come in, ISS. Something was wrong with our readings. Capsule pressurization has been confirmed. I say again, capsule pressurization is confirmed. Structural integrity is intact. Return to airlock immediately. Your oxygen supply is low. Push off the station and use your safer pack to maneuver back to the airlock. Your left thumbstick will activate your thrusters. Your right thumbstick will control your orientation. Come in, ISS. Mission Control here. Resupply is confirmed. Thanks for the good work. Why don't you go to the cupola for some R&R? Return to the cupola. Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the view. Mission Control to ISS. It's been a good day. Head back to Node 2 and try to get some rest. We've got a busy schedule ahead. It's been a good day. Head back to Node 2 and try to get some rest. We've got a busy schedule ahead. And we're glad to have you aboard, astronaut. Over and out.
This is the inside of the crew quarters, and although it's located on the ceiling, because the floor is by my feet and the ceiling in the crew quarters is by my head, it doesn't feel like I'm sleeping on the ceiling at all. It just feels like I'm sleeping in any of the locations, normal orientation, I guess you could say, on the International Space Station. In here, we sleep. This is where we get our change clothes. We do brush our teeth and shave and those kind of things. We also take a little sponge bath. We don't have a shower here on board the International Space Station, so this is the inside of the crew quarters, and although
There's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me if you want. So I'm inside. It's sort of like a little phone booth, but it's pretty comfy. I've got a sleeping bag right here that we sleep in, so we don't have sort of like a little bit of a cover. We don't fly all over the place. But you can sleep in any orientation. I have it feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw,
Hi there. I've had a lot of people ask me how I wash my hair in space, and I thought I'd show you how I do it. Let's see. To get started, these are the things I need. A bag of warm water, a little no-rinse shampoo, towel, and my comb. What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp, and I have a mirror here so I can kind of watch what I'm doing. Sometimes the water gets away from you, and you try and catch as much as you can. Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair. And I take my no-rinse shampoo and squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends. And sometimes I'll actually take my comb to help work it all the way to the ends. And I like to take my towel while I have the shampoo in there and just kind of work it, because without standing under running water, you kind of need to use the towel a little bit to help get some of the dirt out. I like to follow that by a little more water. It's called no-rinse shampoo, but I think it's best if you use a little water with it. actually feels kind of squeaky clean right now. I'll take the dry part of my towel. We use towels for quite a while here, since we have limited supplies. We use them wisely. There, I think that's pretty good. And now as my hair dries, as the water evaporates from my hair, it will become humidity in the air, and then our air conditioning system will collect that into condensate, and it won't be long, and our water processing system will turn that into drinking water. At the end, I just do one final comb through to make sure there are no snarls and snags, and while it dries, I like to let it stay free. I don't put it back in a ponytail while it's drying. And that is how I wash my hair in space.
Here we are at the throne. This is awesome. You might see the little, you might have noticed the little moon on the outside. This is our orbital outhouse right here. And of course, it serves for two functions. Number 2, right here. I'll show you. But you see it's pretty small, so you have to have pretty good aim, and you be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's of course for number 2. And this guy right here is for number 1. So they're sort of two slightly separate functions, but you can do a little, essentially both, by hanging on right here and doing number 1 and number 2. I might add it's color coded, so you really don't get it mixed up, which is nice. This is yellows for number 1. And also there's a selection of paper. People always ask about toilet paper. What do you do with toilet paper? What kind of toilet paper do you have? We have gloves, just because sometimes it does get messy. We have some Russian wipes, which are a little bit coarse if you like the coarse type of toilet paper. We have some nice tissues, which are nice and soft if you like soft toilet paper. We have Huggies, just for any cleanup. You know, we were all babies once, and this sort of helps. And then if things get really out of control, we have disinfectant wipes, just to make sure we clean up here. Because, you know, just like the water I showed you, the number 1 stuff can sort of go all over the place if you don't aim correctly. And did I mention both of these have a little bit of suction, so they should keep things going in the right direction. But like I said, sometimes things get a little out of control if you are out of control yourself flying around. So we have lots of protective stuff. And of course, you do have your privacy. There's a little door, so other people know that you're... It's like a glass bottom boat. This is the cupola. It's stick.
Let me show you what we have here in the center. We have the main computer interface that shows all of the displays necessary to operate it. Over here on the right, we have the rotational hand controller. Here on the left, we have the translational hand controller to move things up and down. And then across, we have 3 screens that show various camera views around the outside of the space station, so you can see what you're doing.
The spacesuit is pretty big, as you can see. It's like being a football player. Part of the reason it's so big and bulky is because of this backside, this backpack. It's like going on a hike with a backpack, but the backpack and the suit weighs about 300 pounds. Luckily in space, nothing really weighs anything, so you don't feel that it's so heavy. But we need to have such a big suit because that guy back there is essentially the heart of the spacecraft. I call this actually a spacecraft. It has all the oxygen for you. It has all the carbon dioxide removal system for you. It also has a heat.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and also leave you guys know when I go live. Anyways, see ya.